Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Gore Screaming Show. And yeah, we're going to just straight to the episode, I think, because I'm quite worried about like recording the endings of the roads, and it seems like we're getting closer and closer to the end. And from what I saw in Akane Road, the closer we are to the end, the more edge since we have. Maybe, I don't know, I don't know if that's a thing like for all the roads or not, but I'm quite scared. And yeah, I just want to go because if like it starts with something weird, then I'm probably going to like add this to the previous episode or something, because it's probably a very bad idea to put that kind of scene in the beginning of the episode. So yeah, I'm basically recording next episode right now. Like, yeah, the previous one is not up yet because I want to see if something weird will happen in this one. Yeah, I'm kinda scared today. Anyway, let's just go. I hope that nothing will happen and everything can go like with the schedule and stuff, and I don't have to re-edit stuff. So yeah, let's go. Because this is just a dream, right? Aoi is standing there. She's standing idly in front of him, close enough for him to reach out and touch her. Aoi. Kyoji reaches out to her, but an invisible wall stands in his way, and Kyoji already knows what wall that is by now. It's a mirror. Aoi still is reacting to his calls. Standing on the other side of the mirror, she places her palm over Kyoji's. It's cold, but it feels like if they keep doing this, they might eventually feel each other's warmth. Aww. How can we get you out of there? Aoi hangs her head. Tell me, where are you right now? But then Aoi reacts differently. She points behind herself. He thought the space around them was pitch black, but on the closer inspection he realized that isn't actually the case. Oh, it's a mansion! So that was a good call to go back to the mansion with the pendant, yeah. Like I said, you can see the staircase. A vast place, a landing, looking around. He can see what they are. He can see they are on what looks like a mezzanine floor. That is, the light shines in from somewhere, reflecting against the mirror and blinding him. It's bright, burning his eyes. He shields his eyes with an arm, but the light is intense enough to shine even through his palm. I will come for you, I promise. He calls out, unsure if it even reaches Aoi's ears. Okay, so I was worried for no reason. I thought like this dream will be like something horrible or something, but okay, I think we're safe for this episode. That's fine. When he wakes up, morning light is shining down on him through the curtain. Even if it was just a dream, that light was intense as staring into the sun. The room feels dim by comparison. Kyoji closes his eyes and tries to focus on the remnants of the dream he just saw. It was Yuka Mansion, which burned down. It was the entrance hall, as it looked immediately before it was destroyed. Was that just a dream, or did it have some kind of significance? Either way, I have to go. Yoshiki was headed there anyway. Their last hope, the pendant, is gone. Our mirror is broken. There are only a few shards still sticking to its frame. Oh, right. They don't have the pendant because there's no Yoshiki body. Right. I forgot, actually. Okay. But even so, he has to go. He looks around the house, hoping to find someone, but sure enough, Yoshiki never came back. He is on his own now. That thought makes him shudder with nerves. It's still all the same outside. Everything was starting to go back normal earlier, but now it's back to a town infested with people wondering about like soulless puppets. If they go after him again, he doesn't have a car to outrun them or any mean of pushing them back. Yoshiki would have been able to Yoshiki would have been able to get through this. He wouldn't rush, wouldn't panic, he would be decisive when it comes down to this. Kyoji wants to match him as man. He won't rely on anyone else for help anymore. Yeah, let's see for how long. I'll do anything to save Aoi. He chants this in his heart over and over. He feels like if he doesn't, his willpower would waver and he will end up cowering again. Kyoji tries to imitate everyone around him to the best of his ability. He lets his mouth hang open and his eyes stare into space. He avoids crowded places, and when he reaches a quiet residential neighborhood, he breaks into a sprint. He wants to pull Aoi out to the mirror as quickly as possible. He thinks back to her sad eyes in the mirror, and the way he saw her in his dream today. Aoi disappeared. She vanished, her expression hurt and ashamed. But now it's different. Now she will walk right out. That's the feeling he gets. Okay, and we have like this weird sound effect in the background. Okay. He sprints up one of the staircases, the shrine grounds, and the road leading up to Hokora and the mansion are completely deserted. Wasn't there like police and stuff around? Huh. Why they're gone? Unless they're only on the mansion side, actually. You can't hear the shrill laughter. He can't hear the shrill laughter of people who were here last time. This might be a trap. Yeah, okay, so they get rid of Yoshiki and then on purpose let him go to the mansion. Kyoji stops in his tracks, but after biting his lip one more, he sets off again. Even if it's a trap, he will have to go either way. Letting them beat him emotionally is what they will really lose. It's what will really lose him the fight. Okay, I'm sorry. It's like... Okay. Even if it's a trap, he will have to go either way. Letting them beat him emotionally is what will lose him the fight. Just like in his scuffles with Sadashima's gang. You can see the mansion ruins past the windbreak. He sees charred ruins, bounded by the accepted yellow police tape. Kyoji takes a deep breath, like he's setting foot on enemy territory, and steps forward. And then, his expression stiffness. It feels tough. Oh, that's like... Oh, they brought a car to the mansion. Holy shit. Okay, the question is there like dead body of Yoshiki or not? Wow, okay, that's unexpected. It feels like his field of vision narrows. A large statue stands before him, thrust into the ground in front of the black burnt ruins of the mansion. It's familiar sports car. Even with coating going from silver to grey, a charred black, Kyoji recognizes it. It's Yoshiki's car. It's desolate sight. Kyoji feels his throat go dry. There are heavy rain clouds in the sky, but there isn't even a hint of the moisture here. Also, this is weird that they brought the car here, if you think about this, because Yoshiki have a pendant on him. And even if he's dead, then the pendant have the effect, so it should like dispel any illusion that is on this place. Maybe there is no illusion actually, and this is destroyed? But then how Aoi shows that... Okay, maybe there's like some kind of like... Maybe she's like in the mirrors in the... like that are shattered. Or something. But still, why would they brought Yoshiki here? The pendant. Why to this place? This is weird. It doesn't make any logical sense to me. What's the plan here? There are heavy raindrops. Rain clouds in the sky, but there isn't even a hint of the moisture here. The car's nose is thrust into the ground, with the black woods and ruins as its backdrop. The burnt point is dotted with bubbles. The half-peeled hood now showed its brown underbelly is bent out of shape. Side mirrors are twisted and pointing to the ground. This all speaks to the intense impact falling off the cliff executed on the car. And Kyoji sees a person sitting behind the windshield. Okay, so Kyoji's body is actually there, okay. That's expected because they couldn't move him, right? Because he have the pendant. Actually, they can move him, right? Like, in the Akane road, they just like cut off his hand, right? They couldn't just like touch his hand. Actually, he had the pendant on his neck. So maybe it's like too close to the head and they couldn't just like take it out or something. Yeah, okay, maybe. He doesn't so much as stir. Kyoji stares fixedly and speaks up, his voice shaking. Who? Just who? Who did this? Kyoji, you are dealing with like two supernatural beings. He was supposed to teach him guitar. Talk to him about all sort of things once all of this was over. Okay, ask Gore to reanimate him and act as Yoshiki. Then you can like learn music, right? For the first time, he met a man he made for that made for the real role model. The kind of man he wanted to grow up to be. Kyoji's voice echoes through the ruins in vain. And then the response comes. Said Gore, okay. Yuka peeks out from behind the car. Robin, okay. Gore pops out after her. Okay. Another fairy tale, right? Yuka claps her hand happily and grins at Kyoji. She then casually pats the car with her small palm. The sound of her slapping the metallic fuselage travels well, filling up this void of a place. Kyoji is speechless. Gore and Yuka stand beside the car. And then there's Kyoji himself. They both occupy the same space, but there's a critical divide that stands in the way of communication. Yuka laughs brightly, gazing at Kyoji's angrily controlling face. The two of them hold hands in frolic in front of Kyoji. Yuka actually believes this from the bottom of her heart, yeah. Why she believes that and stuff, like, I have so many questions. I hope like they will be answered. Oh god. I'm so interested in this. What's the story behind Yuka and why she's so involved to Kyoji and believes that he actually cares about her and everything? What the fuck? And what the fuck is Gore? Kyoji can't believe it. How does she have the gall, the sheer nerve to say that after everything she put him through? Exactly. Still, in a sense, she isn't wrong. Kyoji did come to talk to her and to Gore. Kyoji clenches his fists and stomps to the ground. Let Aoi go. Kyoji glares at Yuka and says clearly, let Aoi out of there, right now. Yuka's expression suddenly darkens. A wrinkle forms in her brow, and her cheeks twitch. She has the appearance of the little girl, but that expression makes her look like the 10 years older. Yoshiki did say that Yuka is older than Yamiko, and indeed that seems the absurd at the time, but now it feels very true. Shut up. I don't want to hear any more of your bullshit. Just let Aoi out of there. Kyoji retorts sharply. Like I said, I don't remember. if she actually said that or not. I actually don't remember. Tell me where Aoi is right now. Yuka smirks at Kyoji's demand. She claps her hands behind her back and walks towards him. Okay. Yuka raises a hand, which Gore grabs. And just then, Gore hops. They land right in front of Kyoji a second later, and Gore pushes Kyoji's shoulder. Then, taken by surprise, he falls to the ground. Yuka bounces slightly off, lands on Kyoji's stomach, and sits up on him. Okay. Gore pops his face right in front of Kyoji's, using both hands to pin him down with intense force. Yeah, you always take out of equation every girl that is like involved with Kyoji for some reason. Also, why Akane is deleted from the plot? Where is she? With that said, Kyoji just like, for like, I just realized, Kyoji just like for few episodes now, or like several even, he forgot that Akane actually exists. Like, last time he saw her was like in the hospital and then poof, like she disappeared from his mind. What the fuck? With that said, Yuka starts fumbling with Kyoji's belt. We do have this scene. Okay, but it's kinda in the beginning, but later, okay. Let go of me. What are you doing? Okay. Her red lips curl into a smile. Okay, so this is the first time actually where Yuka is assaulting Kyoji himself. Okay. I mean, okay, when she was in the Akane body, she also assaulted Kyoji. Yeah, okay. But now it's like Yuka, not like Yuka Akane. Yuka is not even pretending now anymore. Yuka's small lips coil over Kyoji's members, following it up. She knows her cheeks, rubbing it with the inside of her mouth. Her eyes are fixed on him alone, smiling. Blood starts gathering in his crotch. His cheeks know his entire body flushes over at once. This isn't funny. Get off me, you little... What are you doing? Yuka pulls her lips back a little and says innocently, yeah. This isn't funny. It's abnormal. Yeah, and there's the dead body of Yoshiki in the background. What the fuck? He feels something rough against his back. The feel of crushed rubble and earth clouds hands over him, like the sky about to fall in a second. Yeah, that's not the very like best place to be and do that kind of thing. The stagnant air, the wind that just barely blows, and the act of doing this outdoors in broad daylight. Yuka furrows her brow. Oh, we don't have the actual scene. Okay. I hear something strange. Okay, what do you hear? What could you possibly hear here? Like, there's nothing. The fuck? Is this phone? Or like Aoi shows up on the like mirror shards. Yuka rummages through his pockets. Oh no, that's... Okay. The mirror broke when he was pulled out of the car. Still, there are a few fragments sticking to its edges. Yuka regards the mirror indifferently and then chucks it towards Yoshiki's car. The hand mirror flies off with a spin. What little glass shards are still on it reflected the sunlight. It spins and spins, and in a split second, it surfaces, face them. Kyoji can see Aoi in the mirror. She's shouting something, her expression desperate. Aoi. He whispers her name, despite himself, but thankfully Yuka and Gore don't seem to have realized that he saw her. Something could happen, we won't have anything that I will have to like deal with, so that's fine. I hope so! The mirror flies away in the arc, landing next to Yoshi's car, directly beneath one of the bent side mirrors. The thick clouds shift, and the mirror catches what scant rays of the light are shining down on them and shines brightly. And then a human arm emerges from the small hand mirror. What the fuck? Okay, what kind of fucking magic is that? How Aoi can like suddenly get out of the mirror? Like, couldn't she do this like forever? Like, what's the condition for this? What's the condition of like getting out of the mirror? What? I don't know what kind of condition that is. Sure, Yuka, care to explain? Yeah, Yuka, sure, but care to explain why you love me so much and why I'm supposed to know you? Like, you are apparently older than Yamiko. What the fuck? Like, there's no way Kyoji can even, like, know her. I mean, like, okay, maybe there is... He knows Yamiko, so maybe he knew her. I don't know, what the... Okay. We'll learn this, like, sooner or later. Continuing to play selfishly, she stuffs Kyoji's member into her mouth again. Gore crackles on, taking after her, and he doesn't notice what's happening. The hand extends further out of the mirror, even as the shards of glass cut into it. Oh! It's strange, otherworldly sight. It's nightmarish. At the same time, he's almost scared. So, was like so the condition was to break the mirror actually? Like she's been trapped not like in the mirror itself, but like in that like mirror as like this object, not like the surface. So the surface was like the blockage basically. So it got destroyed and now she can get out. But since there's like few fragments, she cannot like move through them. So she like hurting herself because she's trying to get out and the glass is like hurting her. Is that a thing? Maybe that for now I understand this like this. The hand emerges up to its elbow, and then gradually up to its shoulder. It's white and slender, so much so that it almost seems to shine against the ruins in the charred car. And it moves with clear purpose. It slowly reaches for the door of the car, planted into the ground. Okay, she's going for the pendant. She knows about the pendant. For some magical reason. Like, why would she know about the pendant? Oh, wait. She probably can hear... she could probably hear everything. Yeah. Because they had conversations, like... She was like, she can hear Kyoji in that dream and stuff. So she could probably like hear stuff from outside of the mirror, but she couldn't like communicate. So she knows about the pendant. Okay. And she knows that this is important to get. Yukatong, work becomes more intense. Well, I'm on the like rubbles. I have like dead body like in the car. Yeah, that's not the best scenario, you know? The arms emerged past its shoulder now. Its fingertips brushed against the door handle. They grabbed and scratched, fretfully clawing for something, but they can't reach whenever they're trying to grasp. The pieces of glass cut into the arm, blood drips from the wounds, but even so, it doesn't give up. Aoi. But when Kyoji calls out to his heart, a miracle happens. If movements that comes from within the car, clearly audibly from within the car, the door opens. Yoshki's actually alive. Holy shit. He's been unconscious this whole time. Our hands avoid the falling door. The reflecting mirrors. So the thought that I had, so this is basically like confirming or like saying what I said back in Akane Road, why he's so like in the Akane eyes, Yuka or something like that, or something else, right? Because he was like reflecting in her eyes, and he saw his own eyes in her eyes, so that was like reflection of the reflection, and he saw Yuka in that case. So if we have like mirror when Aoi is in, and we have another mirror that was like from the car that are bent downwards, they reflected each other, and that's how it created the tunnel or something for Aoi to move through. Possibly. What hour is it? Okay, I still have time. Hearing the noise, Yuka realizes what's happening and calls out. Goro hops away. A burned, blistered and partially carbonized hand dropped out of the open door, and gripped with its fingers is a small stone, shining in a prism of color like a kaleidoscope, which then falls down into the small white palm extended beneath it. Yep, okay. A flash of light. Ghost screeches and wails. The flash burns Kyoji's eyes, blinding him. He can tell it made Yuka flinch too. Out of my way. He pushes Yuka away and gets up. The light fades, and there she is. Okay. And when it completely fades away, he finds Aoi standing there. Her head hung, and the stone gripped in her hand. Aoi. Kyoji hurries over to Aoi, who slowly raises her head to look at him. Aoi, I miss you. He makes to embrace her, but she holds up a palm to his face. Huh? Kyoji freezes, silenced, and cocks his head questioningly. Oh. Okay, yeah, now that feels awkward, yeah. Well, Kyoji hardly zips up his fly, which is still open from when Yuka opened it. Cut with my literally pants down. He picks his clothes and looks up awkwardly, finding Aoi smiling at him weakly. Aww. Kyoji clears his throat, then goes for another embrace. The arms are up around his back. We have now pendants, so we should be fine. I'm surprised that, like, Yoshiki still had the strength to, like, take out the pendant. He's probably dead by now, right? He must be. It was like his last effort. She's still warm. There's nothing between them anymore. Aoi definitely here. She's real. Aoi, quiet voice. Yeah. Aoi then pulls away from Kyoji and the class. Okay. Aoi starts undoing her dress buttons. Aoi? Aoi takes off her dress. The princess-like dress she liked so much. Having stripped down to her undergarments, she faces forward resolutely. Her eyes are fixed directly on Yuka. Gore is collapsed at Yuka's feet. So, yeah, by declaring that she stopped running and taking out the dress, that she means that she's not going to run to her fantasy, basically, to her, like, dream world, to, like, being someone else, to her childhood, because this dress reminded her how the time's been before. And she just, like, tossed it away as a symbol of, like, not running away and just, like, keep going forward. That was cool. I like that. Her eyes are fixed direct on Yuka. Gore is collapsed at Yuka's feet. Yuka's features are contorted in anger as she glares at Aoi. She looks at her with so much hatred, it almost feels like just her glare could curse her to death. It makes a shiver of fear run through Kyoji.
あんたみたいな臭くて汚い女の望みを叶えてやったのに許せない。教授をたぶらかして教授を取るのね。あんただけは絶対に許さないから。
Once again, Yuka, we have no fucking idea what do you mean. What do you mean stealing him away from you? I literally have no idea who you are. Yuka, there's like one simple solution for all your problems. You know? Go and talk to Kyoji. Yeah. Like, in the beginning of the road, show up somewhere and talk to him. Hey, do you remember me? And then, like, explain whatever stuff is, like, going on. And then if he says no, then maybe you will be angry and stuff. Because you are so obsessed by him. But if he says yes, hey, happy ending for you, I guess. Still, that would be, like, Kyoji being with, like, immortal being, so, I don't know. Does like you cannot realize that Kyoji will get older and older and he will die sooner or later and she will be like still living? If you think about this. And with Yuka's scream of anger, a thunderous roar shakes the area. The ground beneath them trembles like an earthquake. Unable to keep his balance, Kyoji grabs onto Aoi and they both support each other. Be careful. Yoshikar tilts over unsteadily. Kyoji reflexively pushes Aoi away, and they both tumble to the ground. Falling against the rubble knocks all the air out of Kyoji's lungs. The shaking dies down, and when Kyoji opens his eyes, he sees a pillar. The pillar of light, like the one he saw at Aoi house and school, but it's much larger, as light is considered more intense than the others. Okay. I wonder, like, what's causing these pillars of light exactly? Like, if this is like this one is stronger than the other ones, what's in this place that makes it stronger? Like a crushed jewel, multicolored light blend together, snacking around each other in a spiral to form a single pillar of white light. It races up to the heavens, shooting through the clouds and vanishing into the red sky. At the site Yamigo described in that legend, the same phenomenon is taking the place. Gore gets to his feet, Yuka sitting on his shoulders, her lips twisted into warped green. As soon as Yuka says that, the ground around them swells up. It's like film being rewounded. Yoshikar goes flying up into the air above them. The amount of rubble pieces itself back together, the mansion is beginning to grow back out of the foundations. And we're back to the mansion, holy shit, okay. Okay, like, the reality bending abilities in this game are like insane, what the fuck. Before they know it, Kyoji and Aoi finds themselves in the dark entrance hall again. Yuka and Gore are nowhere to be seen. Where did they go? Kyoji opens the door, but like before, the opening is blocked by the mirror. Huh? Aoi holding the broken mirror. You still have that thing? What's the mirror going to? Okay. Aoi holds up the hand mirror against the larger mirror surface. Kyoji pulls Kyoji by arm and breaks into a jog. A spanning passage forms before the hand mirror fragments and the larger mirror surface. The mirror stands in the direct path, but Aoi doesn't stop. Hey Aoi, they're going to crash into it. No, they're going into the other world. Okay. The Kyoji squeezes his eyes shut, but instead of an impact, he feels an odd sense of weightlessness, like his feet aren't touching the ground, like he's walking on cotton. He fearfully opens his eyes a crack. Where are we? Can like Yuka and Gore influence this other world or not? Can they like actually escape through the mirror? This is the entrance hall. or the mansion exterior for that matter, is a corridor.
鏡の中を通ったの。
Yeah, the inside of a mirror. Kyoji asks, taken aback, but Aoi nods back seriously.
と思う。多分。
Okay. Aoi carries on and peering into the rest of the room.
私、ゴアってやつが作った合わせ鏡の通路でここに来たの。
Okay. Here. You mean you've been inside this mansion the whole time?
そう。
Oh, so she wasn't like even like outside. Okay. So in like first but ending of Aoi, they just like bullshitting us. And even like in the dream that Kyoji had for the first time about her, that she was outside. She was never outside actually. Okay. With Gore and Yuka?
いなかった。うん。
Yeah.
少なくとも
I wonder if they can
会ってない。
if they can get here.
それで鏡の中に時々ジンノ君が見えた。
Yeah. Same. Those must have been all the times he saw Aoi appearing in mirrors too. Aoi opens the closest windows, busily peering out of them.
ジンノ君に会うの怖かったから。でもやっぱり会いたかったから時々鏡の中を覗いてた。あそこ。
Aoi points to another mirror. It faintly reflects the form of a man clad in black. The mirror stands against another mirror, set into the door, forming opposing mirrors.
この世界だと合わせ鏡になってる場所ならどこにでも行けるの。
Okay,
行こ
alright. Aoi plunges into the mirror without a second thought. Kyoji follows her in a bit nonplussed. He feels some slight resistance, like he's just stepping into the water. He closes his eyes and plunges in, only to be enveloped by the same sense of weightlessness from earlier and emerge in another room.
ジンノ君こっち。
In the tea party before Aoi disappeared, Yuka said Kyoji plays the role of the White Rabbit, but with Aoi having stripped down to her white undergarments, she's become the White Rabbit, guiding Kyoji through the looking grass. They cross more mirrors. They pass through a flurry of different rooms, some of them familiar, some of them rooms they've never visited before. The word otherworldly comes to mind. The sensation that none of this should be possible flies through Kyoji's mind. But in this world, these are the rules. Is this reality? Is this the reality Yoshki's been in all this time? Yoshiki? Why do you think Yoshki's been in this reality? Wait, what? I don't get what the fuck is meaning here. Like, what? Don't you mean Aoi? Why Yoshiki? Yoshiki was not in the mirror world. What do you mean? Okay, someone, can you explain to me, like in the comments, like what the hell Kyoji is thinking here? Why is he like suddenly brings up Yoshiki about like this reality? What? A reality that transcends human logic, where common sense does not apply. This is what Kyoji slipped into. Or like he means just like he knew about this stuff and he's just like, you know, just like this reality, like the perception, like knowledge that this thing exists, and like that's why he's not surprised that something is happening. And Kyoji was like, what the fuck is happening? Maybe he just mean like general knowledge about the stuff, and that's what he called like the reality, not like the reality, you know, like the dimension thing. Yeah, that makes sense in that case, I guess. Like, yeah, okay. They sprint into the room and pass through a mirror placed over that used to be a window. But soon as they emerge in the next place, they're shaken by something. Aoi gets flung back and Kyoji catches her. Yoshiki's pen at sleep from Aoi's hand and Kyoji hurriedly picks it up. They finally caught up to them. And we'll see in the next episode what's going to happen next, I guess. I'm not going to comment much until the end, so yeah. We'll see how this will go from now point on, because they cut them out when they like were slipping through the mirror to mirror, like they just pushed them out from the corridor, I guess. So yeah, I wonder if the pendant will be any good to help or not. Hopefully it will. So yeah, anyway, it's quite intense. Hopefully nothing wrong will happen, and I'm like talking about like everything will go wrong, right? Anyway, let's just go. Yeah, next episodes soon, later. Yeah. Thank you everyone for being with me. Leave up a like if you like the episode. Subscribe for more. And yeah, thank you for being with me for this episode. So for the Pocket Watch, it's going out.